Live from Alachua, it is the Joe Live Show. Welcome to the show. Brought to you by the City of Alachua Chamber of Commerce, better known as the Alachua Chamber. That's what everybody knows us by, and that's what we are known by. And also Digital Mortgage Guy and the Alachua Optimist Club. So today I have a really, really good guest. I'd like to get right into it because we want to bring our guest on and get as much time we can. But today, the guest I have today has a lot of great information about what's happening with the Alachua Chamber and where it's going and what we're doing. Because it has been, through COVID, the Chamber was kind of, you didn't see it a lot, but behind the scenes, it was still active, and there was a lot of things going on. And we ended up hiring a new executive director who's taking the Chamber into a great direction. So, I'm here to welcome Stephanie George, the new
Thanks, Joe.
executive director of the Alachua Chamber. Sorry, I have cords all over the place, but I'm good. Welcome aboard.
Thank you.
You were we were doing this long search trying to find you to run the chamber because we needed some good executive leadership coming in, and when you came in and interviewed, it was pretty much done. You don't know that, but it was.
And I just happened to meet Mitch Glazer and say, hey, what's happening in Alachua? And he said, you would be an ideal candidate. So
yeah,
that's how it happened.
And it's worked out really well.
Kismet.
Yeah. I mean, what did you say?
Kismet.
Kismet? I don't know that one. I'm not educated.
It's like cousins met.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. All right.
No, actually, it means something else. But
it does?
I don't know.
Oh. Well, people in the internet world, tell us what that means.
I'm sure they will.
So, in the comments below, so we'll understand what we're talking about. So we have we have so many things going on with the chamber, which, by the way, if you want your logo on this, on the bottom, on the top, have a commercial done, let us know, because you can be on the show. If you're a chamber member, you can get on the show. We can come out and do interviews at your business. There's a lot of great opportunities to be on the show. So reach out to us because we'll get you on there. We're going to be hunting, and we're going to hunt you down anyway. We're going to come visit you and get you on the show.
We have a list.
So we have a list. We know where you are. You're in Alachua. So. Because there's a lot going on. I mean, our last meeting we had, first in-person meeting that we've had in, I don't know how long.
May 25th.
Was the largest attended luncheon we've ever had.
82.
Yeah, 82 people were there.
We ran out of food. That's an awesome problem to have.
We did. We ran out of
forks.
We ran out of forks. I ate with a spoon because I was running the audio video, and so I didn't eat until the end, and then I was like, so I ate with a spoon. So it worked. It worked. But yeah, I mean, we got a new website on the way. We're in the middle of a whole new rebranding. Lots of new things happening.
New logo.
Yeah.
We have a list.
Yes.
I mean, we can use this list in a lot of ways, but we have contact with everybody who's got businesses in Alachua. So that is our mission, is to make the quality of life extraordinary, which is kind of mind-blowing because it's already awesome.
Yes.
Up there. I love going up and down Main Street. I go to the tea shop on a regular basis.
Yeah.
I go to Harvest Time.
Harvest Time's got great food.
Yeah. I'm waiting to go to Bev's Burger. I don't know what I'm waiting for.
You need to go there today, because if you don't go to Bev's Burger, you have not had a good burger.
So,
I'm telling you.
And then, we have the biotech community on one side and San Velasco on that same side, and we have the distribution centers on the other side. I mean, it's really a great place to end up, to raise your kids, to raise your family. You live in Alachua, so.
I mean, I'm sold on. I zeroed down on focusing my whole business in Alachua, pretty much. That's
Yeah.
where I got the downtown office. I got an office at Tech City. I mean, I am committed to what is happening in the town, and a lot of people who live there feel this way. We love the city. We love everything that's going on. It's you mark my words. It's going, and I don't know if there's an award for this, but it's going to be the #1 small town in America.
Absolutely.
It's gonna happen with what's happening.
That's a great aspirational goal.
Absolutely. And if the award's not out there, we'll make the award and give it to ourselves. There is an award.
Yes.
See?
#1 small towns.
It is. I mean, it's a great town. Speaking of, I love this magazine. If you are in Alachua, you should see these magazines going around. This is one of the best written magazines. It has everything of the whole area. It's not just Alachua, but let me tell you, they got stuff for all over. I had to just give them a plug because it's awesome. Anyway,
So
Charlie puts together a great magazine. You've got Our Town magazine. You need to pick it up.
I wrote down aspirational goal #1 small town.
#1 small town. Yeah,
Yeah.
she's taking notes. This is the thing that I like about Stephanie. So she's good at. I mean, you've been a CEO, CFO. You've been everything.
I've funded companies.
You started them up from like First Strike Paintball. You were out shooting people.
Yes. So I've had small businesses. I've had tech businesses.
Yeah. So you've seen it. I mean, you've been at all levels. And
I've never driven a truck. So.
Oh, I got a truck you can drive.
Well, I meant like.
Oh, a semi truck.
Yeah. So
I
the
haven't done
distribution
that.
centers.
We should do that. Okay.
That
so
would be awesome.
David Pope. We're reaching out to you right now. Hook us up with Dollar General out there. We want to drive a truck. So
I'll get my
yeah.
CDL. Does that
Yeah,
help?
you got to have a CDL, I guess, to drive that. Dang, it's got all the legal stuff. Oh, well, anyway, I'll let you drive one of my racing go-karts.
That would be fun,
We
too.
can do that.
Yeah. So,
yeah, we'll drive it around Tech City.
okay.
We'll loop we have to do it after hours, so I'm sure. But, yeah. We'll put you on a cart.
Okay.
Yeah, we can do that. We'll bring one out there and we can do that. So then you can at least do that. That'll be a good promo video for the chamber. So, I mean, we have our next luncheon. When is our next luncheon?
Is July 6th. So it's the first Tuesday that we're back from the 4th of July. By the way, the 4th of July in Alachua is totally worth attending.
Yes.
Out at Legacy Park. Look, Gainesville doesn't even do July 4th on July 4th because Alachua did it so much better.
Yeah. It's the best small town fireworks display in the country. And so you need to be there. It's awesome. We watch it from the house, which I was actually going to talk to Adam about cutting down some trees because they've grown too high from when we first moved in 7-8 years ago. When we first moved in, you could see them really good, but the trees have grown. So we got to cut all those trees down. But because we can still see them though.
You got a chainsaw?
Yeah.
Okay,
I mean,
there you
people
go.
come to Lowe's and they sit up in Lowe's parking lot and we call it Lowe's Hill. And you can sit up there and watch the whole thing. And people go down to the event where they have vendors and music and the whole thing.
Yeah, and people remember people? Remember in the last year we haven't seen that?
Yeah.
There will be people.
Everywhere. It's Alachua is alive, and even through the pandemic, it was alive. It was a good. That's the beauty. It's really stayed forward on pushing forward always, and growing and with Adam and with Kamal coming in, the leadership on the governmental side,
City side.
is strong, and it's focused in the right direction of keeping the small town feel, but growing enough where there's opportunity for you to make a great living and stay there and still be able to have a lot going on. There's lots more shopping coming, there's more restaurants coming, there's a lot of things coming
There
for
are
the
9
living, the
parks.
livability part of it.
There
Yeah.
are 9 parks throughout the city.
Yeah. There are.
So
I mean, there's a lot. There's so much there. We're also looking on the chamber side of doing some ribbon cuttings for businesses, after hours events.
totally.
So all that's coming too. So the networking is rolling out.
When businesses reach milestones, communities reach milestones.
Yeah.
Right? So it's a cause to celebrate every single time a new business opens, or they hit a new sales goal, or they hire new employees, or, anything that has them succeed has us succeed as a community.
Correct. I mean, we have the one ribbon cutting that I think we're, kind of hoping to work on is actually the South Main Street. We got the big Victorian that just got bought, which is being turned into an event center. We've
been doing a lot of work.
And we have all the businesses on South Main, and we're looking at blocking that street, have Elio come out. He doesn't notice it, but Elio come out. And
by the way, this is your announcement.
By the way, bringing the Fiesta to downtown Alachua on South Main and blocking the street out and just having a great after-hours ribbon-cutting event to highlight, the music shop, the tea shop, the lighting gallery, the flower shop. There's a small mortgage company there by the name of Digital Mortgage
Who's that guy?
I don't know.
Yeah.
He's not I don't like the guy, but anyway. So and then
and the farm supply. It's like
the
the
farm supply store is phenomenal.
I love shopping there.
And if you ever go down there, go down to South Main, and my office is in the Century Building, a very historic old building down there. But if you go all the way down and go across from Alachua Farm and Lumber, right across, you will see in the ground some old railroad ties, and that actually is where the spur used to come off, and they used to actually roll the train right parallel to downtown, all the way right to behind where the chamber's at. And that's,
because that was the loading dock.
That's where they loaded. And every Saturday, everybody brought in their goods to be sold and put on the train and hauled out.
That's awesome.
It's a little tidbit of history. I'm a history buff, and so I can bore you all day long with that stuff. My wife loves it. Absolutely loves it. And so the chamber office is now open, so a lot of people were wondering about
8 to noon every single weekday morning.
Yep.
So
and then after that, you're out.
Well, hopefully I'm out hoofing around Alachua and making sure that everybody knows who I am and what we're doing. And we're about to start. I'm a notary now. So I'm about to start doing free notary services for chamber members. We can do certificates of origin to demonstrate that products that are manufactured in Alachua are manufactured in the USA for international shipments. Like, understand that Alachua has international shipments of products that are manufactured there. That's huge.
Yeah, there's a lot of things manufactured in Alachua people don't realize.
Yeah, it's magic.
I like the Made in Alachua. That's where that should be a promo we should do. Like Made in Alachua.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
and you could do on-sites at...
Yeah, I think that would be great. We're brainstorming right now, coming up with brilliant ideas. He's writing it down.
Yes, I am.
The Made in Alachua concept. Because, I mean, there's so much going on. I mean, it's awesome, and we're working on. There's some annexation of some areas that are wanting to come into the city. Some folks that have reached out.
And so, what's that going to impact?
Yeah, there's we're going to probably be annexing in hopefully some areas that are going to be really beneficial to education. There's a lot on the drawing board there, as far as there's literally people raising their hands saying, hey, can you annex us into your city? So
we want to be part of this.
Usually it's the other way around. It's like, I want to be out of the city. I want to be annexed out. We have people actually raising their hands saying, hey, we want to be annexed in. So that's something that's very unique to us.
Yes.
So there's just so many different new things happening. And it's really exciting to see.
So how do we want to land the plane here? I mean, the Alachua Airport, but...
Yeah, we could do it at the airport. I mean, the Gainesville... Yeah, well, we could do a direct shuttle to the Gainesville Airport.
Well, that would be...
But, I mean, we're working, the skill set you're bringing to the table with your experience as a CEO, CFO, startup entrepreneur, so many hats you've worn in the
But
past.
also small businesses.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I've
so
had
small.
a small. I
so you
had
understand
a
all
sawmill and
gamut. A
three
sawmill,
3 paintball businesses.
sawmill. Yeah, that's. Where was that sawmill at?
Actually, we located our saw out in Newbury, and I sold the sawmill to a lady in High Springs. So it stayed in the area. We still.
That is cool, actually. I mean, so were you producing lumber like this table? Or?
No, we were doing specialty lumber for wood turners.
Okay. What's a
So-
wood turner?
So I throw pottery, so I do things turning on a vertical axis. And my husband is a wood turner, which is turning wood on a horizontal axis.
Okay.
So he makes little objets d'art.
Okay. Gotcha. Or a baseball bat.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, now I'm understanding. So it's Louisville Slugger made in Alachua. We could do that.
Yeah, he could do that.
We could do that.
He does a lot of bowls and boxes and
Okay. Now I'm understanding
Yeah.
because I was picturing this massive saw, just like
and
cutting
that's
giant-
exactly what we
yeah.
did.
Ah, so you cut.
So you have to take large trees and turn them into small pieces
Oh,
of wood.
okay. So you yank them, you're cutting them down and then bringing it down to.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That would
Workable size.
That would be neat actually to go do a highlight on. That would be just neat to see.
Hey, my friend up in High Springs
We should do that. That
does
should be
mobile sawmilling.
that would be mobile. That would
Yes.
be awesome. That would be just neat to see, just for me, because I mean I'm interested in weird stuff. So that would be off the wall, different.
If you want live edge tables and slabs,
Yeah,
a
I mean, if-
beautiful slab in
Springs County. I mean, it's not Springs County. Springs Title.
Yes.
They have
that beautiful
that
table.
beautiful table. That thing is like.
It's got live edge.
Yeah.
It's got a
Go to
river
our-
going through the middle of it.
Yeah, go to our Facebook page. Look for the Springs Title ribbon cutting. Look at the video, and look at that table. That's the kind of stuff. So
Yes.
that is If you go out to Tech City, there's a couple
Mitch
tables out there.
Glazer's
Yep.
conference table is a
Yeah, the
giant
launch
pecan
pad.
slab.
Yep, the Launchpad conference table is the same thing. It's that kind of stuff. So,
And actually, my friend cut that slab.
oh wow, see, okay,
Connections.
I mean, there's so many unique businesses in Alachua actually that people don't realize. There's so many there, and we're compiling the member list and getting all that put together. That'll be coming out on the website eventually, and so you'll be able to track down the uniqueness of all the businesses in
And the
our area.
connections.
Yeah.
Look, that's one of the great things about being in a community like Alachua is folks are connected. They care about where they live. They care about the people who live in their community. And I think that's one of the most magical things about being in Alachua.
Yeah.
As like walking down Main Street, you know the people's names.
Oh, yeah.
You wave to them from your car.
And it's our downtown district, I would say, is kind of like our tourist attraction because it's just a beautiful downtown. There's traffic coming through there, but it's not like some of the other downtowns which like have highway traffic coming through. So you really can't, like, you could walk across the street in our downtown. You can stroll our downtown. It's just a beautiful little area.
And there's great opportunity on the east and the west of town. It's where people can get solid employment and they can spend their whole career there. They can raise their families there. They can live there. They can educate there. It's the whole package.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I showed...
And still know who their neighbors are.
It is. I mean, I showed Alachua to the guys from Pixelum and Exotic Mobile Marketing, and they're bringing one of their offices to Alachua.
Oh,
They're just like sold on it. You know, they just did they're doing a vlog where they do a day in a life, and so they came and part in the vlog they're showing Tech City, then they went to Bev's Burgers and downtown, and then they were like going into different businesses. They were just blown away with how it was in Alachua. So they said, we want to be part of this, and so they're launching Pixelum in Alachua. And what Pixelum is a localized search engine. So basically, you're on this platform that allows you to get picked up locally on search and kind of helps you combat not being seen on Google. Because sometimes the Google search, you have the paid searches, and it's hard to get organically up.
If you pay more, you rise up in the search.
SEO is tough, and especially in my business. I mean, geez, you can't get up high in SEO without a lot of work.
Mortgages?
Yeah.
Really?
Oh,
I thought that was so unique.
It is one of the most expensive keywords you can buy. It's $32 per click.
Oh my word.
That's not even that doesn't mean you got a lead. That's just a click. $32. So yeah, it's not an expense. So Pixelum allows you, a small guy, to compete with the big guys. So it's a really unique kind of concept. And as Pixelum, more people go to it, and more people are on it, Pixelum in the Google search will lift. So your business will show up on the Pixelum app high up in the search. So it would get clicked.
Okay.
So it has a higher. So it's a really unique concept.
So they want to come to Alachua.
Oh yeah.
And they toured around and they loved it.
Yes.
So that's what happens is folks come to Alachua and say, I thought this life was not available anymore.
Yeah.
They live in Gainesville and you can walk down the street and no one will speak to you unless they ask for a buck. Right?
Yeah.
And you walk around Alachua and it's like, hey, come on in.
Yeah. It's a very welcoming community, and to see how it's grown through the years, and the interesting thing is Kamal in his presentation really hit it on the nose when he looked back in 1910. One of his staff members was looking at some of the founding
original
documents.
charter.
Yeah. And the key words it said there was innovation, immigration, and it was basically based on growth. We're hitting that now.
Yeah.
I mean, that's neat to kind of see what they were looking to do and where they went. I was looking at a newspaper from 1912, and it was showing the history, which was really interesting.
Yeah.
The history of Alachua and of this new, vibrant, growing town. And it was actually the newspaper was produced in the building that I'm in today. And
that's awesome.
And I have a copy of it in frame. And so I was reading the articles, which, by the way, they got recipes in there, which we're going to try. Okay. We're going to try the old recipes, my wife and I. But reading that and reading what was going on then and the different businesses that were there and where we are today, it's kind of seeing that it was heading in the same direction.
They had this foresight to make this community into what we still go there and love.
Yeah, because the way it was founded was very unique. It was innovation. They were jumping on an opportunity. F.E. Williams, he was over in Noonensville, saw that the railroad was moving this way, and that the
transportation was key.
Yeah, and so when the county seat, when Gainesville kind of, if you know the history, Gainesville kind of stole the county seat from
Alachua,
from Noonensville.
Oh, okay.
So it stole the railroad. And so there was another railroad spur that went that way. So that's what killed Noonensville. But he saw that happening. And so in Alachua, he bought that area there and bought up all that land. And there was a post office there, and then founded the city. And then, so if you ever go to downtown Alachua, South Main, there's a big Victorian there right by the Women's Club. It's known as the Ivy House. A lot of people know it that way because it used to be a restaurant. That is F.E. Williams' home, the guy who founded the city, basically.
That is such a
That's
beautiful
his home.
home.
That's his home. He used to sit on the third floor. There was a round.
Parapet,
Yep. Up there, you'll see a little gas. There's a little gas thing there where he had his light. And there's a small little pull-down desk. You would never even believe it. And that's how he looked down Main Street to be able to kind of see his businesses and monitor everything from there. Yeah. Very interesting. And if you look at the old plots, his name is still on a lot of things.
Okay.
But it was very innovative on how they were seeing the future and seeing things to happen and how they grew. And that's where we're growing. Our chamber is growing, and you can see the original in that newspaper. There was an original chamber that was there that was I
At
forgot what they
his
called
at his home?
it. He was part of it, and there was a few others, not at his home, but there was an original chamber. I can't remember what they called it. It wasn't a chamber, that was something else.
Well,
but-
and so our chamber office has been a post office, and it's got that terrific, groovy black and gold tile on the front.
yeah.
And it's been the police station, and we still have a jail cell.
Still jail in there. Come on
Yeah,
in.
and
Come on
I
in.
can lock the door if your kids get disruptive.
Lock them up.
And now we've got the chamber there.
Yes.
And so it's great to be in such an historic location and in such an historic town and in a town so full of opportunity.
Yes.
I'm I feel like I won the lottery.
You did, because it's fun. When I was president, I worked out of that building a lot, and I loved being in the middle of downtown. And if you want to find the chamber office, when you're going downtown, just look for the American flag, because it's the only pole, because when I was president, we got the pole put back up.
Okay.
And the flag is there. So that's how you track it down. Just look for the
And
flag.
come on in. Look, just bring your coffee in and sit down and use the Wi-Fi.
We got Wi-Fi, computer set up, so come on down. Join the chamber, get part of it, because we have a lot going on.
Yes.
There's so many things. I wanted to get you on the show. I know we have a few minutes. We're about to wrap up, but there is so many things happening in Alachua. You
Yes.
need to come up. I think we're going to be probably doing a Latin Fest coming soon, some
That
kind
would
of
be
food truck thing.
awesome.
I really think that's going to happen.
Can we put the food trucks like right around the chamber?
We can do whatever, because I think
Yeah.
Elio's going to do it.
Okay.
I think so, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, see?
Okay.
I knew that was going to happen. So,
Well, we've got a lot of space back behind
yeah,
the
she's bringing the
chamber.
Fiesta to
Yeah.
Alachua. There's a lot. So that's what we're saying. There's a lot going on. You need to plug in. And to get the most out of your membership in any chamber, be involved.
Participate.
You got to participate. If you're participating and being in it, I've gotten more business out of being a member of the chamber than a lot of other marketing I've done.
And we're going to get way better. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah,
everything
yeah.
has been done manually, and I'm a huge fan of automation. Let's
Oh, yeah.
get this stuff
Yeah.
out
It's-
to people.
We're going in a different direction. So thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for coming on the show. I know you're busy. You got a huge day of appointments. I know you got 11:15 appointments. So, but we're welcoming everybody in.
Come on
Be
in.
part of the show. If you're a business in Alachua, we're coming to see you.
And we got Made in Alachua.
Made in Alachua. If you're making stuff in Alachua, let us know, because we do
Yeah.
want to push Made in Alachua. It's going to because of us being the number one. I'm going to say it now. The number one small town in America. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. We're going to
Yeah.
and Our Town magazine will probably have us in there as well as the best. So again, pick up one of these. Charlie produces one of the best magazines around. You've got to get on it. So anyway. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you, Joe.
And we will see you guys next week. And I don't know who's going to be on the show next week. We'll have to see.
Hey,
'cause I have
maybe
a line of
somebody who
people.
makes something in Alachua.
Someone who makes something in Alachua. Hopefully we could do that.
Yeah.
Thanks for being on, guys. And if you want to have your own show, just a little plug for Elio here. The Fiesta Media, you need to. There we go. Contact them today, and they will get you taken care of with your own studio, your own podcast. You don't have to buy anything. It's produced for you. Elio does it all, and he makes you look good. So you need to give them a call, because they do a phenomenal job getting this done. You guys have an awesome week. We'll talk to you later. Thanks for coming on. It was fun, right?
Yeah.